Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to another video. Oh man, I am extremely hot, so let this be a little note to just how much we appreciate you guys and we love you guys, because nobody else would be out here in this heat filming a video. How about their drift car updating you guys in this heat? I don't know what temperature it is, but it feels like 150,000 degrees outside. So that being said, as you guys saw in the last E36 video, we took this car to OSW, and it was like our first track day, and God knows, I think it was like 4 years, maybe 5 years. And I did a whole bunch of different upgrades and mods to it just to make sure that my time was well spent over there. Luckily, I didn't really have any failures, malfunctions, or anything like that. But what I wanted to do was do like a quick walkthrough, like a quick little go over, just to make sure that my car is not going to blow up next time I drive it, knock on wood. It's like a little nut and bolt check real quick. And then after that OSW trip, as you guys saw with my own personal video, my lady surprised me with a trip to Japan. So we spent about 10 days over there. And in those 10 days, I took a whole bunch of pictures, a whole bunch of videos, etc. But I did get a couple little car parts, a couple little mementos from Up Garage when I was there. So in our trip, I think we went to 2 different Up Garages, one of them being the largest Up Garage in Japan. And you guys will see later on the different things that I bought there, and I'll even install 1 or 2 in this video as well. So with that being said, let's walk over and just take a little quick peek at this car. Make sure nothing's falling apart all on me. I kind of already know what things I need to order, but I just want to double check and make sure before we continue any further with this. And then after that, we'll install some more parts. Alright, so if you watch the OSW video, you'll see that I was blaming myself for not changing out the belt that I said I had before I went over there. You'll see that I told you that it was giving me an issue. I was beating myself up over it. Well, here's that belt. So this is definitely one thing that needs to get swapped out before I go to the next drift event. Another issue that I noticed that I was having was an oil leak. It wasn't from a seal, like a rear main seal or anything like that, and I already swapped out my oil filter housing gasket. So I'm still trying to find where that leak is coming from and narrow it down. But I think I narrowed it down to this Vanos line right here that I'm going to order, and I'm going to change out from right here that attaches straight to the Vanos. I'm assuming, Ben, it's just an oil feed line for your Vanos. Come on, Mr. Technician.
I'm trying to see it through the camera.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Hey, we got that on camera.
Yep. I'm going to have to look at it after we end the clip.
Yeah. But that's honestly where I feel like I'm getting my main oil leak from. because it is getting pretty worse progressively. So I definitely want to take care of that. And I haven't had any other issues since. I'm not leaking oil on my valve cover. All of my coil packs look good. Not having any type of misfire. Not having a power steering leak. I do see the belt is deteriorating. Ben, our favorite technician, the GOAT, said that the reason why belts deteriorate in some cases is because of the pulley that it's attached to, probably going bad first. So that kind of made me raise an eyebrow, and I was like, well, if the belt's gone bad and Ben says it's because of, or in most cases it might be because of the pulley, then I should probably get that tensioner pulley as well. So other than that, as far as the engine bay goes, I haven't really had any other issues. I'm still looking to swap out my M52 manifold right here for my M50 manifold that I have, and I'll go ahead and show you that too. So right over here, my little E36 shelf is a M50 manifold. Now this isn't really going to give me that much more power. You can't really make a whole bunch of power on these cars NA, but I should get an extra like 15 to 20 wheel just from swapping out that manifold. So I mean, honestly, I could use it. Even though my gearing ratio is pretty high for this car, it's definitely helping with being on the track. But I mean, who doesn't want more power, baby, right? So I already did a bolt check on all of my axles, my diff, my bushings, everything earlier. So we're good with that. Now, let's get into some parts from Japan. All right, so like I was saying, when I went to the first up garage, I didn't really find anything that was small enough for me to take home on a plane, other than stickers. So we got one little up garage sticker here, and for all of my guys that follow Dustin Williams, TJ Hunt, etc., or Adam LZ, you'll know that whenever they do go to Japan, they always make a stop at Up Garage. So I had to go there and see what the hype was about. And also, excuse me again, if I'm sweating profusely, it's because it's extremely hot here in Florida. So that's the second time. I won't say it again. All right, second Up Garage sticker, which is pretty cool. I had to make sure I got another one of those. So then when I went to the other Up Garage, believe it or not, they had some smaller things that I bought over there that I could take and put in my carry-on. One of them was a horn that I got for my wheel. So obviously it doesn't work off the car. But it was definitely cool for me to at least take some little piece of Japan that I could from there. And then one of my most anticipated parts that I've been waiting to install was this Up Garage shift knob. As you can see, even the instructions are in Japanese. So more of a good luck to me on learning how to install it. But these aren't really that difficult to install. So obviously, first and foremost, I have to take off the old one. The old one screws right off. For the sake of time and saving time. So this was a Mishimoto. So this one here was a Mishimoto weighted shift knob that I have. And I want you, Ben, to take the both of these. I'm going to switch the camera and I'm going to take that from you. I want you to take a hold of that one and this one and tell me if you can feel the difference between the two.
I can't.
Are you ready? Switch. Here is the first one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here's the weighted.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Now you get it.
Yeah, no, the Mishimoto one is definitely hefty.
Yeah.
But ironically, they're both from Japan, so...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the Up Garage one is pretty cool, design-wise.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
Give me that chunk. Alright, let's switch back. Alright, so like I said, to save time, I went ahead and got this one prepped to install. So, they come with different adapters here. Just throw them on. basically this right here. I'll take it out the bag. And what it does is it basically goes over your actual shifter. The rings, you slide it right over and it'll be able to adapt to whichever shifter you currently have. So with that being said, I'm going right in there, into the fire, and we're gonna get this on. All right. There we go. There it is. Honestly, it feels pretty good. I definitely like the change. This little part right here at the bottom kind of cups your finger, so it kind of helps you to shift as well. That's pretty dope. Well, thanks Up Garage. Now let's close this video out, Ben, before I pass out.
Yeah, me and you both.
It's hot. I know I said I wasn't gonna say it again, but I lied, man. It's hot.
It's true.
This is the outro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like E36s. Like, comment, subscribe if you like drifting. I was saying to Ben earlier that I think that this is definitely going to be one of the cars that I keep forever. It, to me, it's the best looking car I have, and it's the most fun car I have to drive. And I definitely enjoy it. And I feel like everybody deserves to have at least one car like that, you know, throughout their life. I don't know what that car is for Ben, but I don't know, man. What car is that for you? Like what, 335?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, I enjoy all my cars, even my daily. But
Well, I don't know.
I don't know,
Like you
like
put your most. I feel like you've definitely put the most heart into your 335. Your
I don't know,
complete disassembly, all that stuff. You learned so much with that car.
Yeah.
Like the E36 was nice, the F80 was nice, but there's nothing that you put more in depth as far as learning goes.
oh yeah, well,
that car.
yeah, tit for tat. I learned a lot when it came to the M3. I mean, I could tear that car down and put it back together easy peasy. Same with the 335i, but
Yeah.
I definitely put a lot more money into the 335i. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a throw around car just to have fun with, but maybe one day I'll get one. But for right now, I'm just chilling with what I got. So nothing too crazy.
Yeah, your hands are full with that 335.
Yeah, well, by the time you guys see this video, it'll be done. So
You
There's
keep
your-
saying that.
there's a spoiler. I mean, it is done.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but no spoiler alert. It's already it's already back in the car. So sorry for your loss.
Well, good. So if you guys stayed
Yep.
this long in this video, then you got your little Easter egg there.
There's your Easter egg.
Yep. Well, like we said earlier, like, comment, subscribe. This guy. Hope you guys like the installs that we did from Japan, Up Garage. Something to check off of my bucket list, and I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that I was able to take some parts home with me, just to always remember. And thank you guys so much for watching. And we need to hurry up and wrap up this video because we got another one on the way. Sorry. E92 M3 is next. Stay tuned. See you guys.